Om Shanti, and welcome also those on Zoom. We have a small gathering today, small but sweet gathering here today around the Christmas tree. So we thought we would have it around the Christmas tree in a bit of a cozy style. Maybe we can start with a moment of silence. Can we see those who are on Zoom? Okay. Welcome. Okay. So let's have a moment of silence. Om Shanti. So maybe we can make it a little bit different today, a little bit more informal. And if around October, around Diwali time, October, early November, this season starts, no, where there is the celebration of light and the different festivals around light. This is also the time that physically it becomes more dark early and also darkness lasts longer in the morning before sunlight breaks through. So even at a physical level, it is like a time as if nature also inspires us to be more introvert, to be more reflective, to be more quiet. Also the cold makes it more appealing to go inward and to be cozy. And of course, within the Christian tradition, there is the big celebration around Christmas. And there are many different festivals around this time also, the Jewish Hanukkah, and there is Kwanzaa later on, and then of course the celebration of New Year starting. So there are many, many festivals and many celebrations during this time. And many of those things have deteriorated into a stressful preparing for a physical party. Lots of food, lots of drink, and lots of gifts, and lots of buying. And lots of family interactions, friends interactions, and the deeper religious or spiritual traditions and practices around these festivals have taken a back seat. And often after New Year, or when the New Year starts, we start with resolutions that have to do with less food, being more economical, saving, and being more balanced, resting more, as if the festival takes us out of balance. One of the beautiful things of the Brahma Kumaris, I feel, is that we celebrate many of these festivals, but in a spiritual way, and aiming to bring back the original meaning of these festivals, to live the spirit of the festival. and to also understand a bit more the purpose and the meaning behind the different traditions and different rituals. And one ritual within the Christian celebration of Christmas is the tree. Well, there are so many trees all around, and the city has been decorated already, and there is Rockefeller Center, there is the huge tree, and in many places around the city there is the Christmas tree. But what does it really mean? What is the significance of this tree? And how come it is celebrated within Christianity? What are the different symbolisms? So I thought maybe we can open it up where each one shares a little bit of their thoughts and feelings about this time of light and the Festival of Lights and your ideas around the Christmas tree. And then we'll take it further. Sahil, you want to take the courage?
Sure. Yes. So what does this time of year mean? I think a lot of it for me revolves around family. I'm Jan, so we never had a religious meaning behind Christmas, but we would always, growing up, set up the tree with family and get presents. And so I think it was a time where you would I always look forward to the end of the year. I always enjoy, I think New York City is very special during the holiday time. It's like, brings a different type of energy to the city. So for me, it's about family, definitely some reflection, and I think maybe like some returning back to kind of yourself or the core. Like recently, it's been more of that the last couple of years. So the end of the years have been an interesting time for me. I feel like precipice of changes. So, yeah, that's for me.
You said you're Jain, but your family celebrates Christmas.
We would set up a tree and give presents to each other. Yeah.
Is that typical for Jain families?
I think it's typical for like Indian Americans in the U.S. Yeah, because all your other friends are doing it, so you don't want to be left out.
Even Indo-American families?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was interesting. What do you have to say? Yeah, family and friends, plus stress and anxiety, and disappointment in getting the wrong presents, or happiness of seeing things. It's a mixed emotion type of event. Yeah. I have nothing provocative to add.
Well, I didn't really grow up celebrating Christmas that much, so no. So I've only seen it in either movies or I just heard about it that much. So yeah, but in general, at least through this practice of meditation, what I've come to learn in general is the tree has a deeper significance, and it's not just Christianity where this tree is being celebrated or being symbolized. I've come to realize that there are other same trees being basically called as different names and different ideas and different religions and cultures. So I think that is pretty interesting to know, and how everything is kind of connected within themselves. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Om Shanti. We used to put the tree for last 30 years, in my house. It's not for religious purpose, but just is to celebrate the festival, and it's a festival of light like Diwali. So, and, give the gifts to everyone, like not just family, everyone, like whoever I knew. I used to give it, share the gifts, and just, I like actually for this many years, not before I didn't know the spiritual meaning, but every time I see the Christmas, I see the like some newness in everybody's face and all this. So those, I see something like different than just regular days. So I think the way I was looking is that any festival brings the newness in everybody's life. That's the way I was looking, thinking. And also in winter days, like outside is dry and no trees, and inside you bring the nice pine tree and nice smell inside. So it also brings some like greenery in the house. That's the way also I look. And And you share the family time together. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have few memories of Christmas. We didn't, of course, there were bigger festivals because of the culture I was brought up in. But of course, distinctly remembering that there was this time where, as kids, where mom would put chocolates in the stockings and hang it somewhere, or hide something under somewhere, and ask us to look for it. And this good and bad, if you were good through the year, then you would get the gift, kind of thing. So some of those memories, and then maybe as an adult, this fascination to know more about the culture, which is different. So I remember going to churches because they would have a midnight mass, and some of friends would go together. And really, seeing how much light has importance, the significance or the symbolism, I'm sure of light. And even gifts, because it's a environment of happiness and joy, and Santa Claus definitely has a big role to play. At work, I remember we used to play this game called Secret Santa, where you to your colleagues you just give some in an incognito way, so that they don't find out until the day of the New Year's Eve who was giving you just little gifts, but it just used to create a very light environment, and create friendship also between colleagues who, generally you just talk about work, and this would bring about some kind of environment where you get to know more about the person, because you want to give gifts to the person, what they might use or like. So yeah, these are few things that I remember about Christmas.
Christmas is, at least the word Christmas is associated with Christian religious tradition of celebrating the birth of Christ, or that is how it is called. And this, although we live in a city that has all cultures and all languages and all religions, America in general is a Christian country. And much of the Western world is Christian. And definitely this part of the world, the Americas and the Caribbean, is intensely Christian. But we have fortune, of course, of living in New York City, where it is a mixture of all. But traditionally, Christmas is celebrated amongst the Christians, devout Christians, and non-devout Christians, and non-Christians also. But what is remembered is the start of Christianity. And Christianity is a religion that has brought, for 2,000 years, more than 2,000 years now, power and hope and light and insight and peace to big part of humanity. And we do not often realize the historical context of the festival. And that there was a time when there was a prophet soul who started this religion and this tradition, and the fruits of that is also the Christian scripture, the Bible, that came out of that religion. And in, I think, all religions, there are certain rituals and traditions in line with what the teachings are of that religion, and certain traditions that help devotees, help followers deepen their practices. And originally, or maybe not originally, but even some time back, Christmas was a time, of course, where family would get together and they would pray together. They would pray together, they would read scriptures or religious stories together. And they would sing religious songs together. And there are many, many beautiful Christmas carols, but there are also many, many beautiful religious Christmas songs. And all of that was to invoke a more introvert, a more reflective state, a state of also renewal and refreshing. But the tree within Christianity is actually an inheritance, you could say, from Judaism, because Christianity emerged within the context of Judaism. No, Jesus was a Jew, was born as a Jew within the context of Judaism, and within Judaism there was a tradition of festivals with a tree, celebrating certain celebrations and certain practices around a tree. And in those trees there weren't that many ornaments, but it were just candles and light in the tree, and that those lights needed to stay on for a certain amount of days. But Christianity embraced that tradition. And so they started to celebrate with a tree. And so what you see in the celebrations these days, you see this little, this stable, these little puppets, and a stable that represents the birth of Jesus. But then you also see a Christmas tree, which is not really connected, but it grew over time, the history. And the tree actually symbolizes the history of human civilization, which is very useful to keep in mind when we're celebrating Christmas or when you are looking at a tree. It symbolizes the rise and ultimately the fall of human civilization. And within Raj Yoga, we use this kalpa tree to symbolize that also, no? And the trunk of the tree symbolizes a time when there was unity, a time when there was harmony, a time when the whole world was one family. a time when humanity considers itself to be one family and all our brothers. A time that is remembered as paradise, or the Garden of Eden, or the Garden of Allah. A golden age, time of unity. But there comes a time in any tree when branching starts. And also, as humanity grows and the world population grows, branches start forming. And the branches are the different religions, the different cultures, the different beliefs, and the different traditions. And so the different branches of the tree emerge from the copper and the iron age onwards. And the lights on the tree are? Yeah, souls. All of us are the lights on the trees. The human souls are symbolized by the lights on the tree. And so every branch has its has its people that give life and form that tree. But they are all souls, human souls who give life to the different branches. But all the branches are connected with the trunk, and the trunk is connected with the basic trunk, the start of the trunk, and the roots. And so as the tree grows, all the diversity of humanity is being, played out, acted out over time. So there was a time when Judaism came onto the stage, that first big branch. Then Buddhism came onto the stage, and then Christianity, and then the sannyas traditions, and then Islam, and then later on, of course, all the science branches, the technology branches, the arts, literature, music, the political philosophies and isms. And so the variety over time in human history is shown in the form of a tree. And the light on the top is the Supreme Soul, the Father of all the souls, God. But on the top is a tree, but a tree also always has a seed, but you don't see the seed. The seed is incognito. And so the start of the tree was also the Supreme Soul, God, the seed. And the beauty of that is the seed has the knowledge and the wisdom of the whole tree, but the seed is also connected with the whole tree. Not one branch can say only the seed is mine only. No, all the branches have come forth from the seed. So all the religions, all the traditions, all the isms, all the different strands, they come from that one same seed. Now, and when the different souls are connected with the Supreme, their light is bright. When they're not connected with the Supreme, the light is dim. And the different decorations on the tree, the flowers, the balls, and this one has beautiful golden birds. The decorations on the tree are the different big inventions, the big gifts that different people on the different branches have created as gifts to humanity. For example, scriptures are the decoration of their religions, the different great people, the saints, the sages, the holy men, but also in like, for example, in the arts, there are certain, someone like Mozart or someone like Shakespeare. These are the flowers and the special decoration of that branch. Or in technology, Einstein in the world of science. What's his name? I can't. There are so many different great scientists and people in technology. They are the decoration of the tree of. In a way, yeah, in a way. The people, they are souls, no? So they are like the certain. They still play special roles in helping humanity move forward, and what they give also. So Apple. Those who brought forth your cell phone, but also, over time there are so many steps in that. They are like the decoration, and what they have invented or gifted, those are the decorations of the tree. And so with Christmas and with the Christmas tree is actually a memorial of the history of humanity and our shared roots, our shared connection to the seed. And the variety of all the different cultures and traditions, it is memorialized in the form of a tree. But on top is the supreme star, but also the start, the seed. And the other thing with Christmas, Kanupriya had mentioned also, is Santa Claus, which is another thing that seemed to be completely disconnected from the tree. Santa Claus. What does Santa Claus has to do with Christianity and with the tree? And they show Santa Claus as a jolly older man, no? Middle-aged elder man with a beard. And he comes from, where does he come from? North Pole, or he comes at least from above. He comes and he's jolly. He says yo, yo, yo all the time. Ho, ho, ho. He's happy. No? But he comes to make others happy with gifts. So that is another metaphor, you could say, that represents the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the one who comes to bring gifts for everyone. The one who is happy to come to his children also, to give gifts. But what are the gifts of the Supreme? What are the gifts from God? Knowledge, spiritual knowledge, yeah. Grace, he comes to remind you also of your own greatness and your own beauty. The gift of peace, the gift of a love that transcends the mundane and the physical. So the spiritual gifts from God. Santa Claus. And so Christmas time is actually rooted in very deep significance that transcends the mundane, but we have lost the meaning of that, unfortunately. And it has become such a commercial thing, But even though it has become like that, still it brings joy. The tree and the decorating it and the coming together. Something deeper inside of us is touched at this time. And even though we might not be able to fully grasp it or understand it, it touches and it gives feelings of lightness and hope and enthusiasm and some renewed energy. So now anytime you look at the Christmas tree and the lights on the Christmas tree, just remember that is you. One of those lights represents the soul. You want to say anything? Ask anything? The ones online can also feel free.
So you mentioned that we can understand this tree. We started from the branch, the stem, right? And from the stem, how the branches emerge, and then it diversifies into different branches and different fruits. So could you elaborate a bit more on that? Because it feels like if you look at the stem, it seems that that's diversified already and starts getting narrower and narrower as we move to the top.
The stem is before branching starts. The trunk, the stem is before branching start, which these days is not so much visible, especially not in artificial trees. But the trunk is before branching starts. And why the first branches are big? Actually, that is how humanity also evolved over time. No? The biggest world religions, they started 2,500 years ago, around that time. No? So the big branches of the tree are the world religions, and the other branches emerge later on, and they are not as big as the first branches. And it is quite interesting to know that in this physical universe there are certain patterns, and things evolve in similar patterns. And the pattern of a tree, you will see it in many, many different aspects. Even in anatomy of the body, you see tree. No? Your lungs, they emerge in a similar pattern. Even the brain, it emerges in a similar pattern. Even the kidneys, the liver lobes are tree patterns. But also on a more subtle level, social groups, belief systems, they start with some thing and then it grows and grows and then it, branches, dissects, is that the word? It not separations. Sub-branches come. The original idea or the original vision or the original concept gets diversified. And within the Raj Yoga knowledge of the Brahma Kumaris, the understanding is that the tree is dying. And the tree of humanity at this moment is dying. The power, the morals, the values, the principles that holds humanity together, it is disintegrating. The understanding of brotherhood, it is disintegrating. And the branches are fighting with each other, and the sub-branches within a branch, they are fighting with each other. and setting fire on each other. So as if the tree is at war within within itself, and it is disintegrating. And so it is time for a new tree. And so the seed comes again. And those who connect with the seed, the Supreme Soul, those who align their thinking, align their feelings, align their virtues, their qualities, their understandings with God, the Supreme, they are connecting with the seed again. They become the roots of a new tree. And so the old tree is dying. Humanity, the old systems and patterns of humanity are disintegrating. And a new age, a new era, a new cycle of civilization is starting. And it starts with God, the seed. Does that help? Okay.
So the star on the top, the star represent only God or whole soul world on the top?
I mean, the star represents God, but God lives or resides in the soul world. Yeah. And when we connect with, we are reawakened to our awareness of the self as soul, reawakened to our eternal home beyond the physical. And then the lights go on. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone on Zoom want to say anything? Ask anything? The Zoom participants are quiet today. Okay. Then shall we? Sandhya. Sandhya, you want to say anything? Ask anything?
No, sister.
Christmas time.
The whole tree looks more beautiful with each light. So, it just feels that each light is so important and, has its own place. It just enhances the beauty of the whole tree. So, it also reminds me that everybody has a unique place in this world and a special place. So that's a very nice feeling.
And not only each light in the tree is beautiful, but each branch also. Each branch, each twig. A tree with just one branch or two branches doesn't look it doesn't look nice, no? So it also shows this equal value. Everything has its own beauty, its own greatness, its own value within the bigger context of humanity. A tree without here and there branch missing, that is not it's not, then the beauty of the tree is diminished. So every religion, every tradition, every movement, every philosophy, every aspect of human society has its own worth and its own importance and its own beauty. And it contributes to the whole. But everything in a tree has a beginning and a middle and an end. Even the tree itself has a beginning, a middle and an end.
One more question. So, do you think in a Christianity they used to put smaller tree and now they put larger tree because the population grew in last many years, you know? Have you noticed something like that, or is always?
Well, where I grew up, there were never public, or there were very little public trees. The tree was more in the home with the family, and then there is a limit to the to the height of the tree. That is there. But what I did notice is that over time, the spirit of Christmas has diminished. There used to be a time when it was really seen as a religious holiday and a religious festival, and there was much more that atmosphere also of prayer and introversion. And that has gone, although people still hold on to the tradition itself and the ritual. The deeper practices connected with morals and values, they are less and less and less. And people are swarmed in getting the work done before the end of the year. People are swarmed in getting the gifts ready, and it's just has become such a hectic time.
There is some symbolism in the Christmas tree which is evergreen. All the trees lose their foliage. They call them deciduous trees, but the evergreen is there, rooted in time, but also symbolic of the eternity of the soul. And this is my humble opinion, and it has an arrow-like shape, as if pointing towards something that is beyond the mundane. It's as if to say, reach for the light, and that arrow seems to be subtly in motion, narrowing the distance between the mundane and things that are super mundane. That's my humble opinion, but it looks like an arrow, as if being shot skywards. And the shape of it is arrow-like.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, then maybe we can close with a moment of silence. We have some special goodies for those who are here in person at the back, because it is Christmas. So we will close with some moments of silence and wishing you happy holidays. And next 2 Thursdays the center will be closed, because next Thursday is the 25th. And Thursday after that is January 1st. And so January 8th will be the next Thursday again. But the other days there will be the normal Tuesday talks will be there. And on New Year's Eve, is that the day? 31st of December, there will be a special meditation from 3 to 5, I think it is. So everyone is most welcome for that. Okay. Today is the Christmas party. Okay. For World Meditation Day, there is here, yes, but also on the 20th, the World Meditation will be celebrated big in the main center in Great Neck. from 3 to 5 on Sunday the 21st. Yes, I will be there, yeah. But in the evening, we will have the normal heart-to-heart and world meditation here also at the center. Yeah, it is there. Yeah, yeah, the 31st. Not Saturday, and it's on Sunday. No, Sunday is the 21st. Okay, let's have a moment of silence and then we'll close. Om Shanti and thank you.
Thank you. Om Shanti, sister.